So, I know I haven't made a video in a while, but with all the drama circulating Destiny 2 and Bungie, I didn't really want to make another Destiny 2 is dying video. And with all the top creators taking a break, I thought I'd bring you a build video. So let's bang this Titan build out, which I like to call the most fun Suspend freeze Titan build ever. Excuse my dreary look, but I am coming off being sick and not hyper excited about this, but trust me, run this build, it is gangster. You'll want to run it. Before we get into the video, I'd like to thank our sponsor, me, as I have a full-time job and these videos don't make me any money. So like and subscribe so that I can get a real sponsor. Thank you. I saw a build like this from Super Apt and thought, I'm going to take that and make that better. Not only does it have 100% suspend uptime, but it also freezes, stuns all 3 champions, and is fun as hell to use. It does require prismatic, but it doesn't necessarily require a class item. But if you have the class item, it's 100% better. And I don't know why you wouldn't have the class items anyway. There's not much to do in this game except collect things. So, collect things. So let's break this build down first, and I'll show you how to use it. Now I added I'll show you how to use it because a lot of build videos that I've seen don't actually tell you how to use the build or the loop that it requires. So you might be using it wrong and think that this is a shit build. So I'll tell you how to use it. Cool? Sweet. Let's go. And also, if I see it in Asdacross's build battle videos, I want that fucking PC. You can keep the headphones, but this is gonna beat everything that comes up against it. I want that PC. Anyway, let's get into it. As I said before, we're on Prismatic. Our exotic of choice is Stoicism with a Bayant Leap, as it gives us the 3-wave Suspend. You don't have to run the class item though. You can use the boots and it will do fine. You will, however, need to pair it with a heal clip weapon for healing. But for the most optimal build, we are pairing Spirit of Abeyant with Spirit of Scars, which heals us and grants our team restoration if they are near us when we get a final blow with a weapon that matches our equipped super, negating our need to use a heal clip weapon. Wow. And with nothing to do in the game as of late, you might as well roll a class item at Viserah, or even farm the Pale Heart. Like, what else are you going to do? Except use my builds, eh? Using the class item at Bayant and Scars means you want to run Thunder Crash and pair it with the new raid SMG Antidote. This SMG will also jolt targets if you have the right roll on it. Now you don't have to run this setup though. This is just the most optimal way for the build to function. You can run hammers and a solar weapon, or axes and a void weapon. You get the gist? Just run whatever super you want and pair the weapon to it. Got it? Good. Let's move on. You want to run rally barricades so you can shoot over the top, and it's better than towering. I use Thunderclap because building up a big punch in front of a suspended ad's face while they can't do anything is very satisfying. And it pairs with our fragment Facet of Dawn to make us and nearby allies radiant. Facet of Courage to deal more damage to targets afflicted with a darkness debuff, aka Suspend. And Facet of Awakening, when defeating targets with light or darkness damage, will create an elemental pickup, aka Ionic Trace, which will give you ability energy. I like to run Pulse Nades for the exact reason for running Thunderclap. Aspects you want are Dranga's Lash to give you the Suspend wave, and paired with a Bayant will make 3 waves, and defeating a suspended target unravels them into a tangle. And Diamond Lance, which will spawn a Diamond Lance when you defeat a target with abilities. Fragments. You want Facet of Balance, which states rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy, and darkness damage gives grenade energy. Facet of Protection for getting passive DR while being surrounded by enemies. Facet of Courage. Light abilities deal more damage to targets with a darkness debuff. Facet of Awakening. Rapidly defeating targets with light or darkness damage generates an elemental pickup. Facet of Dawn to make you and your allies radiant when you get a final blow with a powered melee. And Facet of Hope. While you have a buff, your class ability recharges faster, and we will have a buff 100% of the time. Moving on. Armor and weapons. To really optimize this build, you want to run a combination of Smoke Jumper armor for the DR on orb pickup and Aeon Adapter for the DR for AoE damage. But this is not necessary, but just that cherry on top. You want to pair your primary with your super if you're running scars, or a heel clip weapon if you're running a Bayant boots. You can also run Spirit of Loopy for harder content where ads don't die as fast. I run the new crossbow, which has chill clip on it and will freeze mini bosses in 2 shots, but not necessary as you can run whatever in the heavy. I just like it because it's new and infinite ammo if you pick up the bolts. And I run the new Malpies in the kinetic slot as it does really good damage and will also suspend targets and sever them if you have the catalyst. Now stats. You want to prioritize 100 class to get your barricade as fast as possible and 100 grenades to get them back as fast as well. If you can push your grenade stat higher, you can for extra nade damage, but not necessary. Then you want high weapons for more damage, and that's really about it. The loop keeps your ability uptime high. That's what the build is all about. A fun crowd control build. You all good on weapons, armor, and stats? Cool. Let's move on to mods. The mods you want to run on your helmet are Finder mods for ammo gen and a Siphon mod to make an orb of power. On your arms you want a copy of Firepower to make an orb after a nade kill, and 2 copies of Bolstering Detonation to grant more class ability energy after a nade kill. Chest pieces ammo gen and resistance as needed. Boots you want Innovation for nade ability after orb pickup. Insulation for class ability energy, and I use a Surge mod matching my primary damage of choice. On your class you want Reaper to make an orb after using your class ability, which is all the time. Powerful Attraction to pick up the orbs you make, and Bomber for nade ability energy. In regards to artifact, it's actually a build that doesn't really require an artifact pairing, but I guess you can run Tightly Woven for ability stats while you have Woven Mail. Fever and Chill to make you radiant more. If you have scars, you can run Elemental Benevolence for more class ability energy. Threaded Blast for bigger tangle explosions. Radiant Shrapnel and Shield Crush. But the artifact isn't really necessary. So I'll run you through the way it works, but that's about it. It's not the highest damage dealing loadout, so you probably won't be top leaderboard in a contest raid, but that's not what this is. This is for the fun, crowd control, enemies can't do shit, and run it in any content from on light to GMs. Just adjust the class item to loopy instead of scars and you'll be right. So let me show you how it works for the slow people out there. You know who I'm talking to. The way it works is you pop your barricade and suspend the ads in front of you. Once you dispatch the suspended pack with either a grenade, a thunderclap, or elemental weapon, you make a diamond lance, a tangle, an elemental pickup of your choice, and an orb of power. You can throw the tangle at another enemy and create another diamond lance if it's off cooldown, and another orb of power if you get a multi-kill. Pick up the diamond lance and throw the diamond lance at something and freeze it. Upon killing said frozen target, another diamond lance will spawn if it's off cooldown, and another orb of power. And by this time your barricade will be up again, and rinse and repeat. 100% crowd control, 100% fun. I do apologize for not uploading as much, but I just don't like putting out subpar builds and stuff videos for views. So when I put out a build video, you know it's gonna cook. And my god, this cooks. Has to be one of the most fun builds I think I've ever seen. I also have a PvP hunter build coming out, which I think you'll like. It's not a knife build. Trust me, not a knife build. But I'll give you a hint. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.